Now at 6, we'll hear from a man who was inside a men's shelter in Salem during a mass stabbing last night. Police say 11 people went to the hospital.
He was, like I said, a foot away, and he got stabbed in the back. So, yeah, I thought I was next for sure.
Everything we know about this incident coming up in a live report. Plus,
I was just like, how can I help? And they had like really bad burns all up on their legs.
A dangerous scene out of Colorado as a man uses a makeshift flamethrower to attack people marching in support of Israeli hostages held by Hamas. Now the suspect is being charged with first-degree murder. We'll bring you the latest in a live report at 6:30.
and we're going to share this crazy video from Northwest Washington, not far from the Canadian border. Millions of honeybees swarming the highway there after the semi-truck that was carrying them toppled over. We'll have the details on this story in just a few minutes.
And the Portland Rose Festival officially upon us, with thousands of people lining the streets for the Starlight Parade over the weekend. We'll bring you a recap plus new details on how the city is looking to keep this year's Junior Parade and Grand Floral Parade safer. Coming up as your News at 6 starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Monday here. I'm China Green.
And I'm Drew Carney. Did you wake up this morning and say, thank goodness it's Monday? I am so ready for Monday.
I like my job.
That wasn't the question.
Yes.
Okay. Chris McGinnis, did you wake up this morning and say, thank goodness it's Monday?
As the person who is about ready to work 11 straight days, no,
wow.
I didn't.
That'll do it.
Yeah, welcome to the work weeks, Chris.
However, I get to work with you guys, and that is lovely, and it is fun to spend time with you guys, and it does get a little easier to get up in the morning when you've got sunshine out there. And it is a good-looking start to what's going to be a really nice first week of June, for that matter. 51 degrees. Last check at PDX, freezing level up at about 10,000. Let's take you to the tippy top of Mount Hood. That's from Oregon's Veterans Home in the Dalles. No clouds out there this morning. It's 42. Last check in King City, and the big perspective across the region. Still a little chilly, Eastern Oregon. Actually, Burns has slipped another degree down to 30. All right, the plan for today, lots of sunshine. Yesterday we hit 72. Today we tack on a few degrees. I've got us up near 78, and probably a degree or two warmer tomorrow. We'll look at that and a real weekend warm up in my 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Let's get you out the door and show you that bright sunshine in Tualatin. This is I-5 near the 205 interchange. Traffic rolling along just fine on that side of town. Door number 2 takes us over to the Sunset. That looks pretty good as well. And door number 1 shows us 217. A reminder, 217 southbound, of course, was closed over the weekend for that auxiliary lanes paving project between Canyon Road and 99W. It has reopened. There are more closures coming to 217. In fact, the next one starts this Friday night. So just put that in the back of your mind. 217 will be closing again a couple of times over the summer for paving, but this morning, Drew, in China, it has reopened.
All right, thank you, Chris. Let's get back to our top local story this morning. We expect to learn more from police today about a mass stabbing at a men's shelter in Salem that sent 11 people to the hospital.
It happened just after 7 o'clock last night. Our Daisy Caballero joined us live there with the latest. And Daisy, you also spoke with someone this morning who was there when it all went down.
China, I did, and the gentleman that I spoke with says that his own friend was one of the 11 victims who were stabbed both inside and outside of the mission, and he thought he surely was next. Now, details this morning are very few, but what we do know is that the suspect, a man, is in custody, and all 11 people were taken to the hospital. That's according to Salem police. This all happened at about 7:15 last night at the Union Gospel Mission, Salem of Men's Mission. It's the shelter on Commercial Street in Northeast. Roads in the area are back open this morning after police closed southbound Commercial Street at D Street Northeast during the investigation. Police say all 11 victims were taken to Salem Health, each with, quote, varying types of injuries. Their medical status is unknown at this time. This includes the suspect. His name, the suspect's name, has also not been released, but detectives were at the scene investigating late last night and are expecting to share more information later today.
Did you know any of the victims?
Yeah, the guy that is my friend and sleeps right next to me, he got stabbed. He was, like I said, a foot away, and he got stabbed in the back. So, yeah, I thought I was next for sure.
Just terrifying stuff there. Tim also tells me that he's been staying at the mission for the last 7 months and has never seen anything like this before. He is now hoping the mission adds security so something like this cannot happen again. Back to you guys.
Daisy Caballero reporting live for us this morning there in Salem. Meanwhile, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office is investigating 2 shootings in Troutdale over the weekend. The second one happened late Saturday night. That's when investigators say someone fired multiple rounds, hitting a building and a car with someone inside. This happened on Northwest Corporate Drive. The person in the car suffered minor injuries. We know 2 other people were hurt Friday night in a different shooting that happened near the Sandy River. The sheriff's office says there's no known connection between these 2 incidents.
One person is in custody after a deadly hit and run in Astoria. It happened just before 9:30 Sunday morning at 16th and Irving. Police say 50-year-old Michael Smith hit a pedestrian and another car, but kept driving. The pedestrian, a woman in her 70s, died at the scene. Police tracked Smith down and arrested him on charges including manslaughter. And Astoria police are asking anyone with information to reach out to the number there on your screen, 503-325-4411.
An estimated 15 million bees were released into the wild after a delivery truck overturned in Northwest Washington, not far from the Canadian border. I think China is covering her face right now as we show more of this video. Man, that is a crazy amount of bees, right? So this was all happening Friday morning. It led to closed roads, lots of cleanup, of course, over the weekend up in Whatcom County. Beekeepers on the scene there say about 20% of the bees that were in that truck likely died from the impact, but they also say the chances of survival are high for the ones who got loose.
They're going to swarm in the nearby farm fields, the local forest, the trees, and they'll either, depending if the queen bee survived, start their colony out there in nature and become wild bees, or a percentage will join local native colonies as well.
A representative from the Washington...
Oh my God.
Should I let the pictures do the talking here, China? We did hear from a representative from the Washington State Department of Agriculture who says honeybees are typically trucked all across the U.S. and internationally to pollinate a variety of different crops.
Is there anything worse to be overturned on a truck? Ugh. The city of Hood River has broken ground on what will eventually become new apartment complex. The city says Mariposa Village, scheduled to open next summer, is the first major affordable housing development in 14 years. And when fully built, it will feature 130 units, 39 of which will come with federal housing vouchers. It is one of the oldest amusement parks in the country, and it's right here in Portland. Oaks Park is celebrating 120 years of family fun. The park's birthday celebration on Saturday was completely sold out. The marketing and events director told us that the park's age is part of what makes it so unique.
Portland grew up around this park, and every aspect of it has been impacted by the people who have lived here over generations. So when you come here, you are experiencing kind of a full range of Portland history in this little microcosm. And you know, Portland loves local, and there's nowhere more local than Oaks Park.
Cosplayers and barbershop quartets were on hand, a nod to the 1920s. Oaks Park will stay open through October.
Can I tell you about something that's turning 1 month old?
Yeah.
It's our 7 o'clock hour of sunrise.
That long, huh?
Yeah, we started this a
Wow.
month ago, 4 weeks ago. It continues. If you want to catch the extra hour of sunrise, some say it's the best hour of sunrise, you have to download KGW Plus. That's our streaming TV app. We're only on at 7 on KGW Plus, but it is a good hour. Again, you can download Plus on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. Again, KGW Plus, the only place to catch sunrise at 7 o'clock. All right, Christopher McGinnis, what do you got for us there?
I got sunshine. That's what I got for you all day long today. Let's go ahead and take you out to the Shalem Tasting Room in Sherwood. It is gorgeous out there this morning, off to a really sunny start, pretty much area-wide. Wells Fargo sky camera showing the sun up over the Cascades now. 51 degrees last check at PDX. Elsewhere in the 40s out towards Beaverton and Hillsborough. Pair of 4s for you. Woodland at 50. Slipping over the Cascades here, one of the chillier spots. In fact, the cold spot on this map, Burns, waking up to 30, and 40 in Baker City. Despite the chilly start, you folks will be seeing a nice warm-up today, courtesy of that strong June sunshine. We go out over the North Pacific, nothing going on weather-wise over the next 2 days here across the Northwest. So our weather is quiet. We'll be a little breezy this afternoon. Here's Futurecast later today. Northwest breeze kicking up to maybe 15 to 20 here in the Willamette Valley. Maybe a little bit more than that through the central and east gorge, but otherwise really, really nice looking day today. Let's take you to the beach. The beach forecast today, brief morning clouds, otherwise mostly sunny and a little breezy. Newport all the way up to 66, our modeling showing. Breezy through the gorge, highs in the 80s out towards the Dalles, upper 70s for Cascade Locks and Hood River. All of these numbers should be a couple of degrees warmer than yesterday. Remember, Portland only hit 72 yesterday. Today I've got Vancouver at 78, Longview 75, and as we slide down to the south, Salem tops out at about 77 degrees this afternoon. Elsewhere across the region, pick your favorite spot. Central Oregon, mid-70s after the chilly start for you. Burns, you're starting off in the 30s. How about 74 this afternoon? Our 7-day forecast will tack on a degree or two tomorrow. Then we chop the temperatures back a bit on Wednesday. There's a pretty good marine push that comes in Wednesday morning. So, guys, I think Wednesday's a day where we're going to be kind of socked in with clouds and maybe even squeeze out a little spotty drizzle here and there. Outside of that, the week is fairly uneventful. And I know you guys are looking at Sunday saying, oh, what's that? Yes, it is possible we hit our first 90-degree day of the year on Sunday. Stay tuned.
Wow. Chris, thank you for that.